Welcome back to First Step Chef. Today, one of my favorite dishes of all time in terms of taste to make, pasta kielbasa. I hope you enjoy it. So our ingredient list today starts off with 1 sweet onion, 1 green bell pepper, 1 link of kielbasa, any brand. For those of you who don't know, kielbasa contains turkey, pork, and beef. So if you have a problem with any of those things, this might not be the recipe for you. Next up, 1 14.5-ounce can of diced tomatoes. Finally, we will use 1.5 cereal bowls worth of penne. Strongly recommend you use penne for this one, as opposed to a different kind of pasta. Just a heads up, if you don't have a stovetop pan that's a little bit larger or has raised sides or anything, you might have trouble with the quantity of ingredients that I've chosen for the pepper, onion, and kielbasa. Now you can figure this out either by using an entire pot, like a second pot like you would use to boil pasta, or you can use 2 separate stovetop pans. If that seems like too much for you, I would just halve all of the ingredients. So half an onion, half the kielbasa, half a pepper, and 3/4 of a cereal bowl of pasta. The first thing we do here, one of my most popular first steps, cutting an onion. You'll want to cut the onion in half first, followed by slicing it along the side. Then you can stack the arches on top of each other and dice them up to quickly get all the pieces. I actually decided to use different footage this time. Upon finishing the onion, you set the pieces aside in a dish or even in your pan on the stovetop. Just don't heat it up yet. Now's about the time that I like to begin boiling the water for the pasta. Don't forget to cover the pot as you set the stovetop to high to boil the water. The green bell pepper is up next. Start with getting the core out of there. I do this by slicing from the bottom and tearing off the surrounding walls of the pepper. Then my method is usually to cut long strips across the pepper. Then I set those strips up next to each other to cut them all more easily and quickly into smaller pieces. Be sure at this point while you're cutting the pepper to keep your eyes on your water. You don't want it to overbubble and overflow all over your stove. Set those aside as well. Still, please do not turn that stovetop on yet. Once the water is ready, you see it boiling very consistently, we will add in our pasta. I measure that out in cereal bowls for ease, so 1.5 cereal bowls into the pot for 11 minutes, as per the instructions on the box. While your pasta boils, you can cut up the kielbasa. My chosen method for this is to cut discs out of the link and then stack a pair of discs on top of each other to cut into 4/4. That gives me about the size of the pieces that I want for this. Add the kielbasa to your pan along with the vegetables, and now it's time to turn that stovetop on. You're gonna set it to medium-high, and you want everything to cook for 7 minutes. Be sure to have a consistent balance between letting it sit and just cook and stirring it up. If your timing is right, usually the pasta will be done while you're cooking those vegetables. Let the hot water out into the sink through a strainer. Remember to be careful of both your hands and your eyes, watching out for touching the pot or getting the steam close to your face. Both of those things can really hurt. Don't put away that pan yet either, we're still gonna use it. Turn off the heat where it was sitting and set the pot back there. Also, the kielbasa is technically already cooked meat, so you're just heating it up here. You don't have to worry about ingesting anything raw. A few minutes later and all your vegetables will be finished. So move that pan over to the side and place your larger pot on the same spot where you were just cooking everything. Pour your can of diced tomatoes in there and lower the heat to medium. Place your pasta into the pot, stir it up, followed by the rest of your vegetables and kielbasa, and let that sit and heat up all together as you stir for maybe 4 or so minutes. And so your meal is complete. You may now begin eating. The kinds of seasonings I like to use for this, I'm a big fan of using either Parmesan cheese or crushed red pepper flakes. I would also suggest adding a new vegetable in there next time or replacing one of them just to experiment a little bit. I stated this before, this is actually one of my favorite things to eat. The trickiest part of putting this together overall, I find, is just the timing of everything, because there can be a lot going on at once. I hope you have an easy time making this one and that you find it to be as enjoyable as I do. I greatly appreciate you watching my video to learn a little bit more about what you can do to feed yourself. Thank you so much, and I'll see you another time on First Step Chef.